I have with me Mr. R.P. Banerjee, Chairman and Managing Director for ILAM, Kolkata, a 30-year-old educational institute. Thank you for being with us today.
Namaskar, Anandji.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
With your rich experience in this domain of education, the first question that comes to my mind, and I'm sure it must have been asked often to you, how do you see that in spite of so much efforts, there is still a room between academia and corporate partnership? What more can be done in this space?
Oh, thank you for such a relevant question, because the world is trying to create a bridge between the industry and the academia. I've seen in various places in the United States where companies are participating in the research program, in the grooming agenda of universities in many places. Most of the companies are busy in that. On the other hand, universities are sending their people to the companies in different, with different identities, like for internship, for industry visit, for interactive programs, for projects, for case studies, live case studies. These things are happening. In our country, this has not really ripened that much, but of late, last 10 years, I have been observing that many companies, particularly companies based in metropolitan cities of Mumbai, Kolkata, a little bit in other places, mostly in IT areas like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune, you find that, there is a very closeness between the industry and academia. Still, there is a gap in the mindset. Your question is so pertinent because the gap in the mindset is a gap in the consciousness. The companies sometimes think that it is a wastage of their resources, by getting more involved with the academia. And academics sometimes feel shy of getting in touch with the companies or don't get the approaches to the companies that way as it is desired and expected. And sometimes the mismatch occurs because of no reason at all. So I think this has to be bridged and amalgamated the extent possible. The process is on. I personally believe into that, and I, congratulate your American Management Association under your leadership for South Asia that you have taken an initiative for that in this wonderful program that is being held in Mumbai today on this day of 28th of June 2025. Thank you for asking this question.
Thank you so much for your response. We also see that so many students who are coming out of the schools, when they get to the job, there is always something that needs to bridge between what you say campus to corporate, and that itself has become an industry. I'm sure there is some expectations that are left unfulfilled, even for the management institutes or educational institutes. On behalf of them, what would you like to say, listeners, on what would be your expectations from the corporate?
Thank you, Anandji. I'll take you to a little bit of semi-urban and rural based, area household.
Okay.
Assume that young boy is married to a young lady and brought to the house of the boys. And the young lady becomes a bahu, the wife of the house. And the lady is drawn from a different area with different culture, different mommy, papa, with different lineage, with different kind of grooming, with different mindset, with different environment. Now into a new environment. So don't you think that the lady should be given some time to come up to the standard of the culture, get a mixing of the culture? If you on the very first day expect that the lady would become conversant with everything of yours, I guess that's too much of an expectation from the companies. So I would urge the companies upon seeing that aspect and allowing a natural grooming instead of forced grooming.
Interesting. I like the analogy that you draw of a newlywed coming to the house. I'm sure our viewers would also listen and adapt their induction programs towards that. My last question for you today. People are talking so much about Gen Z and ease and challenge of working with them, both the sides. What would be your message for the corporates when it comes to Gen Z?
Anji, I take your point. Like, I wish to push myself to the level of my grandson, 2-year-old grandson, and I wish to become that kind of, restless, moving, doing and this and that, right? now this and then that. So, meaning that kind of restlessness I would encourage in the young people. I strongly support this Gen Z because Gen Z is the generation which is a creative generation. If you don't allow them to have a randomness in their behavior, in their culture, randomness, in the absence of randomness, no creativity will occur. So you want them to flourish, give them liberty to, smile, give them liberty to dance, give them liberty to do, take a smell of flower, and at the same time take a smell of the dirty things. But then put them to balance at the end of the day, you will find the creativity is, overmatching your expectation. I strongly support the Gen Z. Little bit of corrective things you have to come forward with, and you have to accept the company as a place of your parental kind of identity and accept this as your home. Correct the home yourself, and you will find the home becomes a heaven for you. Thank you.
Thank you. And you heard those insightful responses, but I'm still hungry. I can't let you go
Sure,
without leveraging your rich experience to seek your feedback on how has been your experience at the MA event so far.
Oh, great. The American Management Association, I saw this is 100 years old. Honestly speaking, I did not have much of idea about your organization before, though I'm a very frequent traveler to America, and I've got many friends in many universities in America. I've been teaching in various places in America since long. It's almost 20 years plus. But then American Association, Management Association, I have not been in touch. I am in touch with American Accounting Association. Okay. All the past presidents are almost all the past presidents are my friend, current president also. I am in association with IAAER, born in New York and functioning from New York. I have served as a vice president global for, it was initially for 2 years, but COVID made it longer and almost close to 5 years. So those are the American organizations I'm very, very thoroughly conversant with, and also the American university classrooms I am. But I appreciate your the professionalism. Your people are really professional at their heart and their approaches. The professionalism, I salute them because, unless you have that professionalism, see, Americanism, we know that it's the individuality. But that same Americanism can be turned into commonality is a new thing added to, meaning it's an Indian spirit added to the Americanism. I appreciate. Today until today is half of day is over, and I appreciate the way you have managed, the way you have conducted, and your people, everyone that I have interacted so far, I have a bit of praise stored in me for each of them. And congratulations to you as the leader of the entire South Asian region. Congratulations, Anandji.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to hear those kind words from you. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Namaste.